Shalom to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and speckled bird. Those that look like the other nations were the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praise, glory, and honor be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone, who rule well. Today we're going to go into the biggest thief known to man has it coming to him. Okay? The biggest thief known to man has it coming to him. And that man, or that thief, is Esau Edom, the red man who the world ignorantly called white. The biggest thief known to man has it coming to him. For centuries, the Lord, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah or God, and his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, their actual names being Yahweh, meaning he is, and his son's name being Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves or he delivers. Keep on doing it. I don't be trying to be doing that shit, but I'm just, you know. But they've been watching everything play out here on earth. They've been watching everything play out. All right? And they've seen how this man has stolen everything. He's stolen land. He's stolen resources. He's stolen names, heritages, right? You know, every movie from Egypt to China, this man is a part of their culture, right? Last Samurai, the Mexican, so on and so forth, you know? The Jew, this man can't get enough. He will not even leave no grapes. He will not even leave grapes. We'll read. Exodus chapter 2, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal. This man has stolen everything. That's why the world looks so desolate. He don't know how to resource things, or you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Recycle things properly, right? You know, Christopher Columbus came over here to America, and he stole the land right from up under the Northern Kingdom. Gad, Simeon, right? Reuben, right from up under them. He brought disease. He is as death. And to this day, he still displayed, no matter how good he tried to tell or seem to y'all, he still displayed those same characteristics of being proud and being greedy. Let's go to Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And that's the outcome of this man. In all honest, in the whole conclusion of the matter, he's going to be put to death. He will no longer be, as I said, the nation's going to ask or wonder, roughly paraphrasing, what happened to this man, you know? What happened to that boy? Where'd he go? There's not going to be a trace of Esau Edom in the kingdom to come after 1,000 years, after they finish cleaning up everything they messed up. Through continual employment. Exodus 21:16 again, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, were we not stolen? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians and Haitians, under the French, the Spanish, and the British, were we not stolen? And packed aside cargo ships like sardines. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, you're a child of Israel, the Lord's calling you back to repentance, for the kingdom is at hand. Before he destroyed America, aka Babylon the Great, with nuclear fire. And who runs America, aka Babylon the Great? Who controls your monetary gain, your monies, your banks? Who controls your businesses? Where do you have to go to get a license to become a part of society? Where do you have to go to get a social security number to become a part of society? As written in Deuteronomy 28, you will go to we will have go to our enemies for the want of all things. Who owns your grocery stores? And this thief, this man has stolen all of it. This land is so vast, you know, if it was ran properly, which it will be when Yahushua get back, after Yahushua get back and destroy all of this wickedness, this nonsense, this folly. You know, this world being ran properly, as is written, when the righteous are in rulership, the earth rejoices. But when it's done in when it's ran by wickedness, it mourneth. You got people sleeping on the ground, concrete, can't sleep on the grass. The animals don't respect nobody. The insects don't respect nobody. As I heard one of the elders say about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it's supposed to be where how do you say it? Where the fear and the dread, animals are going to fear and dread, you know, the man, starting with the men of Israel. We're going to get that respect back from the animals through the spirit and power of Yahushua. We're going to get that respect back from the animals because we're going to know how to do things righteously and in order and properly. Let's say tap to retry. Slocky family, something was wrong, tap to retry. I don't know. It's all good though. But this man that has stolen everything, he got to pay for it. It's coming to him, right? Everybody know you reap what you sow, right? So you go coming out of Europe, right? The Grecians, the bottomless pit, coming out of Europe, there was no resources there. That's where this devil went for 1,000 years. The bottomless pit. in Europe. And through Alexander, the Greek, he went around conquering. Land after land after land, taking resources, calling it his own. Until he ended up over here in the uttermost part of the earth, America, the Western Hemisphere, where he put his name on that as well, America Vespucci. He turned the land of Ham into Leo Skipper Africanus. Believe it or not. Come with your own theories or whatever. But it's documented. And it was written that he was going to call these places after his own name. How you end up in Greece or in Europe and you go all over the world without taking things. Let's get that. Let me show you how it's possible. Let me show you how it's possible. Let's go to Psalms chapter 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? All right? That's how he did it. He took the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, he painted over the pictures of the rulers thereof, Israel, and placed himself stealing identity. And nowadays they got this big thing called identity theft. Where was this at back then? They didn't care about identity theft back then. But now it's a big thing. The biggest thief known to man has it coming to him. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that want to be like that man, y'all got it coming to y'all as well. It's called 2/3. You go down to Egypt for help. You do not consider the words of the Lord your only power, your salvation. Only the remnant of Israel will not stay on those that smote them. And that's happening right now. The Lord is building up his elect. We call ourselves the hopeful elect to learn how to live and to cleave to the Lord and to get by without trusting and believing in the words of our oppressors. The biggest thief known to mankind. First thing he did was stole the book. Like that movie, Book of Eli. That movie, The Book of Eli. I forget the character's name, but he was like the head of a city, Edomite. And, he had a biker gang that would go out and look for books, right? The main book they were looking for was a Bible. And that's the important thing of how Yahweh Shema Shah has his men going into the Bible. Study to show yourself approved. We have to get this word in us as much as possible before the destruction of America, aka Babylon the Great. Because at the end of that movie, if you haven't seen it yet, it's been out for years, but at the end of the movie, through all the trials and tribulations, through that straight gate that Eli had to go through, or Denzel Washington played the character, all that straight gate, everything he had to go through, even being shot, right? He still made it through all that and what happened toward the end? Slaki, I ain't trying to be all over the place. What happened toward the end? When he got shot, the guys, the Edomite that was out looking for the book, they took the book. They actually got the book, But the beautiful part about it is toward the end, when Denzel came to this place, a great little mountain or hill or place of refuge, he told the guy, he didn't have the book, but it's inside of him. And that's what the Lord preparing his men right now. Starting with the laws, statutes, commandments. First and foremost, starting with having faith in our Savior, Yahweh Shai. But you got camps out there now. You got religious groups from back in the day that don't believe that Yahweh Shai came the first time. They don't believe he set foot on this earth to be a sacrifice for the children of Israel yet. They don't believe that he's on the right-hand side of Yahweh right now. And like I said at the beginning of this, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they looking down at all this. All the thievery of Esau Edom. And they're just waiting. They're waiting. And bit by bit, by using the other heathen nations, even though Russia is also a part of Edom, but you got Africa, the Hamites, the Philistines, you got Ammon, the Chinese, you got other nations, what's that, Brazil, even though a lot of people in Brazil, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's a remnant of Israel in Brazil as well. Okay? Or the northern kingdom, or the southern kingdom. It might be mixed in there. Lord knows. But they're coming up against their own people. The Egyptians are gonna fight against the Egyptians. That's the time that we're living in. Matter of fact, since World War I, since the Civil War, that's what it's been. Esau fighting against Esau, Egyptian fighting against Egyptian. From the beginning. It hasn't changed. But they had to take that book. They had to get the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Shai and corrupt it and twist it to fit their agenda. And like that man in the movie, he said, it don't matter what you know. It don't matter what you know. It's about what I know. He said, I know if I get that book, we'll be able to start civilization all over again under his agenda. It's like not a foreshadowing, but it's like it's actually them telling on themselves. That's exactly what they did. They stole the book and to fit their agenda. They place themselves as the people of the Bible. Psalms 50 verse 17, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. Slaki, let me start 16 again. But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shalt take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. All right? This world would not be like this if it was in them to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. But it's not in the vessels of wrath and wickedness to follow after the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. The laws of grape gathering. You're supposed to leave some grapes behind for the poor, for the widow, for the needy. But in Obadiah, chapter 1, he tells us, there's only one chapter, but he tells us that they will, let me get it, man. Let me get it. Slaki. Ooh, and that's perfect. It goes perfect with this lesson. It goes perfect with this lesson. Obadiah chapter 1. And let me start at verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right? They're so full of pride. America the proud to be an American. Right? Who gonna bring us down? They swear Russia's not gonna do it. China can't do it. America has been like untouched virgin. You know, she hasn't been persecuted for none of her wrongs. Not one bomb landed here in America unless it was set up by the leaders of America. Right? To 9/11, Black Wall Street. You know, the bombings they had going on during the 50s and the 60s in, I believe that's Jersey. Correct me if I'm wrong. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and who's the representation of the eagle? Esau Edom. From Russia, you know, from Rome, the Grecians. What was that? One of their main symbols. And America was the bald eagle, right? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. Here's my point. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? All right? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? But Esau ain't worried about that. He want to keep on taking till nobody else has anything. And the last thing he's going to try to attempt to take is going to be control over your body. And many people are going to fall for it. Many people are going to fall for it. They're going to go, they're going to be deceived that it's going to perceive it to be a positive thing, to take the MOTB. Because they're so caught up in this world. Like I was saying in the beginning, they stay on the words of their oppressors. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. And at this time, it don't matter what you do and where you working, nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, a lot of those people that might have to work for the government or might be doing something out here that people don't see, a lot of those people might be the elect and might offer a hand during the time of Jacob's trouble. The Lord strategically has the elect and the helpers of the elect, you know, around the world right now. He has people perfectly positioned for the elect to make it out. You know, one way or the other. Whether you're a martyr or whether he bring you to the fire and you endure. All right? But even if you're a martyr, you ain't got to sit up here and deal with the rest of what's going to be going on inside of Esau's wicked world. And if you do have to stay here and remain and see it, the Lord going to bring you through it. But you will see it. There's not going to be no such thing as being raptured into the sky. to escape the destruction. There's going to be a straight gate, a straight path, a narrow road, a narrow way to get there, to the kingdom. Even the elect will scarcely be saved. Even the elect in Israel will scarcely be saved. If you're so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, West Indian, Haitian, you're a child of Israel, the Lord is calling you back before he destroyed America, aka Babylon the Great. Repent, for the kingdom is at hand. Let's go to Job 30. Job chapter 30. Because you got to know who you're dealing with. You have to know who you're dealing with. I'm going to go to, let me open it up. I'm going to start at verse 6. No, this is perfect. It goes right along with Obadiah. Job chapter 30. And I'm going to start at verse 5. They were driven forth from among men, right? Yeah, they couldn't be around Israelites and men. They had to be, go off into the cliffs, into the rocks. Like we were saying earlier, for 1,000 years, he was banished to Europe, with all those mountains. They ain't had no vegetation out there like that. That's why I had to go around the world conquering. They were driven from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Right. Back to it, back to it, back to it. It keep on bringing up thief. Right? The word speaking, especially. Right? The biggest thief known to man has it coming. Verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they bewrayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were valor than the earth. Valor, let's get that definition.
Vile.
I want to go to vulgar, shameful, sickening, disgusting, repellent, horrible, degenerate, right? Biology show you that. Degenerate, right? Leprosy, having no pigment in their hair, their skin, their eyes. We didn't make it up. And your scientists, Esau, your very own scientists, can attest to that. It's a degenerate gene. And they made it the popular thing so much that these ignorant ass Negroes, men and women, is blonde in their hair. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It's one word. Obnoxious. Where's it at? Reprobate. No wisdom. But how do you take something so beautiful like America and reduce it to this right here? A beautiful land, you stole America with all the vegetation, all the animals, all the things, and reduce it to a corporation. A low budget corporation at that. with the inflation going on, you got prices, food prices going up, living conditions, the price of living going up, but your wages are not going up. They steady printing out money that's of no value, causing inflation. You gotta work 2 or 3 jobs to maintain whatever you do have. Valid in the earth. It's a word that I was looking up earlier, man. Slocky, bear with me, family. Vulgar. That's not it, but vulgar. Lacking sophistication or good taste. Unrefined, right? Tasteless. That what vowel mean. That's one of the definitions of vowel. Let me see if I can find. I don't want to waste my time, man, or waste y'all time. So let me just. It was a word, Slocky. It say wicked, evil, dark, right? Like a lesson I was going to the other day about the light. You know, his light is darkness. That's the light that he casts on the whole world. Lucifer just means light bringer or light bearer, right? Job 38 again. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were valid in the earth. And now I am their song, yea, I am their byword. Yep. You got 2/3 of Israel on the TV, on the radio, acting a fool, calling each other out bywords and proverbs. Speaking as a people, you know, as a people, y'all make us look bad. Really bad. 2/3 of Israel, y'all make us look really, really bad. You know? And you know, the twisted thing about it is the rest of the world loves your folly. The rest of the world loves to see the children of Israel out of order. Love you so much to the point that they're becoming drunk with the same doctrine, with the same wine. Drink it up. Drink it up. Back to this thief. Let's go to Psalm 37 and 12. The wicked plotted against the just and gnashed upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that this day is coming. That his day is coming. Right. Wow. Let me go back. Let me go back to Psalms 50. Let's go back to Psalms 50. Psalms 50 and verse verse 21. Let me jump up. Let me go to 18. When thou sawest a thief, speaking to the wicked, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consented with him and hast been partaker with adulteries or adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil and thy tongue frameth deceit. All right? Let's go to the 2/3. Let's go to the other nations. 2/3 of Israel and these other nations. But starting with Esau, Edom, the wicked. Thou give thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But see, because they thinking, all right, the Lord let us get away with it. That's what it is. A lot of these unbelievers and a lot of these other heathen nations, they believe, okay, it's gonna keep on going on like this. The Lord let us get away with it this far, this long. What he gonna do now? Why would he do anything now? They believe that the people of the Bible are already in the homeland, getting away with doing all the wickedness that they're causing. The deceiver and the deceived are his. Fear of the Lord is going to be replaced back in the earth on a high level. The earth is going to walk on eggshells when it comes to knowing who Yahweh Shai is in that day. And anyone going off, you're going to receive your just reward of the other nations, because Israel is going to get their shit together then under Yahweh Shai and the tabernacle of King David. His mighty men. Yeah, they thought that they were all together and he was with them. Because he allowed y'all to continue and continue and continue with what seems like it's no recompense. We just put y'all in a trick bag. That's all. Just got put up in a trick bag. Back to Psalms 37 and verse 12. The wicked plotted against the just and gnashed upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Right? The biggest thief known to mankind has it coming. Has it coming to him. Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. You know, you can't speak on the small hats. You can't tell them that y'all thieves. You can't tell them. You can't tell the people that's part of the rainbow faction. Hey, the Lord said, you know, it's written. That leads to death. They don't want to hear it. No. They'll take your money away. For the past, 6 months? For the past year, ask all the so-called celebrities, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian celebrities that spoke out, that started getting a whiff of the truth of being Israel and decided they want to speak out about it. How many apologies went out? How much of their position deteriorated? Whoopi Goldberg's, Nick Cannon's, Kanye's, basketball players, football players. Verse 15, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bow shall be broken. And that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. They are at war with each other. America, for the longest, through Oppenheimer, was on top of the world. Their balls was really big. It's a lot of kids, you know. But their balls was really big when they had that nuclear bomb to themselves. Now they see and they understanding all the other countries are coming together against that. Matter of fact, let me go back to Obadiah. Let's travel back to Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay? They laid a wound under you. Now they got bombs. Now they got missiles. Now they getting the money or the so-called currency together under the gold standard, supposedly. Supposedly. We'll see how that go. You know? Because before then, America ain't getting Babylon Great. They ain't gonna let it go like that. They ain't gonna let it go like that. They ain't gonna let it go like that. They're gonna put that system in place where, hey, something dramatic is gonna happen in the world again, just like in 2020, clear vision. Something dramatic is gonna happen in the world again, and it's gonna shut this bitch down. And you're gonna be met with a choice and a decision. Verse 8, shall I not in that day say the Lord, even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. We didn't write it. We didn't make it up. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, that we just read in Psalms, against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. The biggest thief known to man has it coming. I got some more in there. Let's see if I got some more in there. I'll go back to it if I have to. I mean, it's a good point right there, back to Psalm 37. Read Psalm 37, chapter 12. I mean, chapter 7, 37, verse 12 and 24. It tells you about the righteous, how the Lord is not going to forget, the righteous, the elect of Israel, and the punishment, more punishment coming to these thieves, man. Joel chapter 3, start at verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the northern and the southern kingdom, the southern and northern kingdom of Israel, which is happening right now, through the spirit and power and by the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. B'Shem Kadash. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yehoshaphat, or judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Okay? You got the so-called Israelis, you got the so-called Palestinians, fighting over a land that's not theirs. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink, that they might drink. And to this day, they still doing that through the entertainment business. Y'all being pimped out. All you entertainers, whether you believe it or not, all your entertainers, all your so-called educators that's widely known, going on trips, all your YouTubers and all that, y'all being pimped out. For wine. So y'all gonna have it 2 times worse. Y'all selling y'all soul, which it's not just you signing on the dotted line, as one of the brothers at the camp, at the camp said this week. It's more than just signing your name on the dotted line. It's giving up your integrity, giving up your moral principle to appease your oppressor, your enemy. Most of our women that's in that limelight walk around damn near butt naked. And then your husbands sit up there and go along with the program as if it's a good thing. Selling your soul, your integrity. In the kingdom, it ain't gonna be none of that. Even some of the women that we fucking deal with. If they don't get right, they'll get taken out, period. We ain't gotta keep on telling you over and over again. We already warned y'all what to expect, how to be. You don't wanna get it, all right. Like the elders say, when that time comes, when Jacob trouble really hit, that's when they're gonna get on board. That's when they're gonna be like, oh shit, it's really happening. But right now they don't see it, they haven't got no faith. They don't really believe in the word of Yahweh Shah, except for the hopeful elect out there. Holding on, staying strong, believing in the word and playing your part. All right? Being a pillar of rest to your husband, to the best of your ability. Because we ain't perfect yet. Ain't nobody gonna get it right all 100% of the way at this point in time. Not to say that you shouldn't strive for it, okay? Not to say that. I'm not giving nobody an excuse to lack. What did Paul say? Let me get it. Before we continue. This thing is really acting up right now. It's okay though. We're gonna get through it. Raining? No, it's not raining, not yet. Romans chapter 6, starting at verse 1. Because we're supposed to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, the high holy days. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. At the same time, we know that we're not going to be saved by our works, and that our righteousness is as filthy rags. It's a balance. It's a balance. That's the mercy of Yahweh Shah. That's the mercy that we have to depend on. But Paul also say this, because we're supposed to be in our best. Our conscience is supposed to be clear and clean for when Yahweh shall return. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound, right? Because that's what they tell you in your Christian church. The law, statutes, and commandments are done away with. That the chisel feels good. Are done away with, right? That's what they tell you. Liars. But they tell you that. And they say, it's all about grace. God knows my heart. Yeah, he do. He told you about it. He told you it's deceitful. But who can know it? The deceived and the deceiver are his. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah tries to reigns. Keep playing. Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Most High forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? That was it. All right? Lord forbid. All right? Let me get back on this devil, man. And that's why we're in the situation we're in right now. That's why this devil was able to steal from us. Steal our name, our heritage. Steal our land. Told the world that they were us. And imagine how beautiful it's going to be when the real people of Israel get back in the homeland. All the benefits these dudes, all the benefits the Lord gave to Esau, Edom, under their deception, under their lies, how beautiful is it going to be? The whole world bowing down to our will. Well, the will of the Heavenly Father and our Savior, His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. Okay? Joel 3, and back at verse 2 again. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Yea. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because thou hast taken my silver and my gold, and have carried them into your temples, my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold to the Grecians, that they might remove them far from their border. Psalms chapter 83. All the nations conspired against the children of Israel. These children, I'll make sure you don't get wet. Let me jump down to verse 9, because this is what's happening. They're being brought to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of judgment, where they're going to fight. Starting at each other, they're going to be fighting each other, and then Yahweh Shah going to appear. We're going to get there. And then they're going to try to fight against Yahweh Shah. You got it coming, damn thieves. You got it coming. Verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Ain't that what happened in, what's that place over there in Russia? They just fighting. You got all these farmers and everything, turning, you get women, grabbing guns all of a sudden. Damn it, I forgot the name of the place, man. Well, the place over there where America and Russia is fighting over this little country? Ukraine, right? Now Africa, right? Parts of Africa, right? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come. all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I send to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, that time is coming. That time is coming. All y'all military might, all y'all special force fighter planes, all your special your space force technology, missiles and drones, all that. Come on down. Bring it on down. You women soldiers, y'all want to be soldiers? This is what it come with. Your men on the ground fighting your tanks and whatever, your robot dogs. I seen a movie not so long ago with it's called Outside the Wire, where they have these big robot like humanoids, but they're not really humanoid, but they're robot machines busting, popping people off. Yeah, Esau got some technology for that ass. Jacob's trouble and the third woe, there's gonna be some serious. But the elect is gonna be okay. The elect is gonna be okay. You have to believe that. Put ye in the sickle, verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get thee down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Yeah. What go around, come around. It ain't what go around, come around. It's you reap what you sow. This is a seed that Esau Edom, started Esau Edom, and the other heathen nations have planted in the world. Starting with Esau Edom. And know that's been confederate with him. That's now waking up like, hey, oh, okay. I see what he's doing, this greedy bastard. Let's get that. Let's get the account of what's going to happen in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. 2nd Ezra chapter 13. I'm sorry, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, Yahweh Shai, in the chariots, the angels of the Lord, coming out of the sea, out of space. The same way here on earth, how you move through the water, is the same way you move out of space. When you read the scriptures, that's what it's talking about right here in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, about the man coming out of the sea. You're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian. It's a time to repent before Yahweh Shai come back to destroy America, aka Babylon the Great, with nuclear fire and with laser beams coming out of the chariots, which we're about to describe right now. 2nd Ezra 13, verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. The fear of Yahweh Shai is going to be evident from that moment on. Because right now, the fear of the Lord is not here, except for the hopeful elect of Israel. Verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. He ain't got to lift a finger. Those laser beams gonna be like his voice. superpowers, super spiritual powers, spiritual powers. You know, Superman ain't got nothing on Yahweh. Superman, Wolverine, you name it, Cyclops. Verse 4 again, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth fell when it filled up the fire. This is going on in the valley of Jehoshaphat. While y'all fighting against each other, y'all gonna be like, coming out the sea, about to get it. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue that man that came out of the sea. All right? So as they're fighting each other, they're going to be like, hey, what is this? Causing fire, causing destruction, destroying things left and right. This is what they're going to say. Behold, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. All right? That's the father's ship, the father's chariot. All right? A great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven and could not. That's how big it's going to be. That's how big it's going to be. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Okay, so y'all gonna be shaking. But the Lord gonna put that spirit on y'all, just like he put that spirit on Pharaoh to come after the children of Israel. He will put that same spirit on y'all. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna put that same spirit on y'all and still fight. This is gonna be the outcome though. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held a sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon all a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Yeah. The thief, the biggest thief known to mankind, has it coming. Has it coming. I got one more precept and I'm going to close out. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, let me just get this book. Isaiah 11. I'm sorry, verse 10. And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. The root of Jesse. Who's that? How do you get a root? Through a seed, right? A seed busts open in the ground, in the earth. It comes with a root. Through that root, you have branches. The seed of Jesse. Who's Jesse? The father of King David. All right? The father of Joseph. All right? Matthew 1. Matthew 1 all the way to 18. 16, 17, 18. Jesse, King David, Solomon, Joseph, Yahushua. There's no such thing as a virgin birth where Mary gave birth to our Savior without the seed of a man, without the seed of Joseph. There's no such thing. You've been lied to. Verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. That's going to be the salvation of Israel. But how's it going to come? Let's get it. As the Lord done destroying all them doggone heathens over there, let's get it. Zechariah chapter 5. I'm sorry, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe, that great mountain that Yahweh flew upon. A lot of you unbelievers don't believe in spiritual power. You don't believe in the chariots. You don't believe that only a remnant of Israel is going to be saved. You don't believe the Lord is only dealing with Israel. In that day, it's going to be known. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. Like, I be watching these, like the news, and these, like Discovery Channel, and some of these channels on YouTube, where they describe certain UFOs, so-called, chariots. They describe them as a tic-tac, being shaped like a tic-tac, like a roll of bread, right? This is what Zechariah is being describing. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. All right? The biggest thief known to mankind has it coming to him. Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, the Lord of armies, Yahweh Hashem Shah, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Right here. It shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Right, as we said in the beginning. Who are you to take the covenant of the Most High? The statutes of the covenant of the Lord. Paint over the faces of the judges thereof. And into the house of them that swear falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. I can leave off right there. No, I don't think I got any more. I think that's the last of it, because my tablet is tripping right now. So, close it off right there. All right? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the thing. It is what it is. The biggest thief known to mankind has come to him. And the elect of Israel is going to receive it. Yahweh Shah first. All the things that they've stolen from us, from our Lord and Savior, including his people. The Lord's coming back, to set everything straight. Because this ain't it. This ain't it. With that, I'm going to close out, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash. The double honor to our elders and apostles again of the great millstone for teaching us this truth with all sincerity. and passionate. You know, to the hopeful elect of Israel, Shalom, Barakatah, to the Akim doing the work on the highways and hedges, you know, to the Akim that believe in his truth being helpers, and the Akwaf as well, being helpers, you know, to the best of their ability. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Till next time, Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Abab Abab.